Welcome to the Art Lady's home. Today I am going to be grouting my backyard path, but as I grout the path, I'm going to bring a little bit of this blue color from my pool into the path to create a little bit more unity. But the path is right here, and when I put the path in, I intended to do the large grout areas in between with the blue of the pool. I had a lot of leftover beads left when they finished the pool, so I am recycling them and putting them in my path just to bring that blue color in. Close-up of the section that I did yesterday, and I wanted to show you what it looks like, the finished product. I'm also going to seal it so that it will be a little bit darker as well. So it'll look like what it looks like right now, which is sprayed with water. But I wanted to show you the finished product, and then I'm going to show you how easy it is to just put these beads in. This is the beads that I'm using, and I'm also incorporating some other types of glass stones as well that I picked up at the craft store. This you can buy at a pool supply store, or you can get a little bit bigger ones at Lowe's, and they're the glass chips that you would use in your like artificial fireplaces and things. This is the area that I'm going to be working on today right here. I'm going to first start off by mixing up some mortar mix, and this is just Quikrete mortar. So I'm going to go ahead and put some in here. Now I don't want to create too much dust, and I have just a large plastic bin I'm using here. Now you want this to be pretty thick, thicker than a pudding. I'm going to just do this carefully. I'm going to mix in a small amount of water at a time. Add a little bit more water. This looks pretty good right here. You don't want to see glossy or runny. No runny at all. Just like you would, I don't know if you've ever laid bricks or not, but it's the consistency of laying brick. You want it to be fairly dry. You should be able to scope things up at the top. If it's too dry, it'll set up too fast. And if it's too runny, it won't harden correctly. And then you'll have trouble with inserting the stones. Okay, I'm all ready. I have everything where I am. And I'm on my kneeling pad. Now, you can stick in all kinds of little glass beads, whatever you want to use. Even regular pebbles. Pieces of china, anything. I also had some of these little hunks of glass too that I got at a craft store. But like I said, this is recycled from my pool, these little beads here. So I have pretty good sized gaps here on my stepping stones, and these stepping stones were recycled. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead, and they kind of throw the mud, the masons, they throw it into this area so it gets into the cracks real good. I think that's what they call it, throwing mud. You want to make sure it does get into those cracks all the way down. And I don't want mine to be on the same surface. I want a little channel in here. So I'm just going to run my blade, make sure you can see that, yeah, in these cracks here. And I'm going to do a section where I can reach. And I love working with concrete. It's really so easy to do, and a lot of people think, oh, it's concrete, and they feel intimidated by it. But no need to, because it's so easy. And once you do, like I said, if it's the first time you've worked with concrete, do a small section. Just work up a little bit, and never take that whole bag unless you're really confident. Or actually, for something like this, I have, you know, if you're one person working, it's a little meticulous, so you would ruin the bag if you were to use the whole bag at a time. Like I said, the first time I did it, I did a third of the bag because I felt confident that I can get that done before the concrete sets up. You want to make sure it's in there and to the bottom. I'll go ahead and show you here because it's hard for me to see the boundaries of what's in the camera because outside it's so bright right now. I can move this up and do this area right here. I like doing a little bit more before I start doing the beading. but for demonstration purposes, I'll do just this much. So once you have your section done, then I just smooth it out with my trowel or my little knife here. And like I said, I want it smaller. I want it a little bit more shallow than the rock. I want this to form a little channel so that the beads can sit in it nicely. And the best way I found to do that, once I even it out a bit with this little trowel, is to go back with my finger and even it out a little bit better. Let me rub off some of this with a sponge. Even the sponge, you can work up an old kitchen sponge, and this is the one I have under my sink that I saved, you know, after I have it for the kitchen, I save them for other purposes. So I'm pressing it in now with this sponge that's been slightly dampened, like so. And in tight areas, you can just run your finger. Am I picking that up? Yeah, a little bit. Like so. Now I'm going to scrub off the top of this a little bit too, because I don't want it on here, to define that area. So once you get your areas down the way you like them, and again, this is lower than the rock, than the stepping stone here. Now, basically, take your beads and you're sprinkling them in. And I'm just kind of funneling it with my hand. And then if you have bigger beads that you want to push in, you wouldn't want to do those. You want to do those first. And then the little ones go around it. And like I said, these came from the bottom, the leftover concrete of my pool. And I almost like when I don't have any gloves on, it's a lot easier to get in there. I may take them off. I just like the feel of it better because I have more control. And I dip it in. Now, some of this anything that's not attached and embedded will wash off with the hose in the end. So you want to come back now and press in really well. And I'm tapping, just like so. And this is just like the surface of the swimming pool. This is how they do it. But actually, when they do my swimming pool, this was mixed right in with the concrete, and then they washed off. But I don't have a lot of the beads to do that. To do the swimming pool, we had 1,500 pounds of those beads, which was really amazing. I have a video on that, on how they did it with these beads. And they just mix it in with the pool concrete. And then they add this binder to it. Now I'm tapping. I'm tapping to bring the wet of the cement up, and that's what's going to bind them in. And like I said, you'll get some areas that do not bond, but most of it's going to bond. These are these little tiny, beautiful pebbles. And any of this cloudy stuff on the top can be washed off with a little bit of acid. You can acid wash that on top and it'll bring back the shine. That's what they do in the pool. But that is basically, see how it has a little, can you see right here? Let's see, yeah. It has a little bit of a cloud on the top. That'll come off if you just put a little bit of muriatic acid. and then hose it off. You put the muriatic acid in a little watering can and then hose this off. That's optional, you don't have to. That's just what they do to the pool. So I'm lightly tapping in this area. This is a little wet on this side, so I'm going to add some more bead to it. And that is how I do it, right there. And here is the completed path. I'm still working on the bricks. I have to dig those in so I don't see the little holes. I want them a little bit deeper in the ground so that it lines up with the cement. I used probably, I want to say about 6 cups of those beads. I like the subtle blue hint of color here, and I think it's going to be a little bit of fun mixed into the garden with color. And I'll just take you on a little tour here as I go through. But I just wanted you to see the path results. Actually, the sun's coming out, so it's going to shine up real beautiful. It just gives a little hint of surprise, which I like. A little artistic flair to the garden. Just fun, and then you get the view of the, picks up the blue of the pool. And I'm going to cement in the bricks on the edge. I'm going to dig them in deeper and have them cemented so they won't move. You can see on this side it's dug in a little bit deeper, but the edges aren't done yet. I'm going to cement them in so it's evened and smooth. I did one of them over here, so you can kind of see what it looks like, but that's taking a little bit longer time. It's cemented in right to the edge, and that way they're impermanent, so I don't have a wobbly looking path edge. I want it nice and neat and clean. And it's gonna blend on this edge where it meets the rose quartz. It's just gonna blend in with stone, so it kind of mixes and melds with the quartz here. I had some of them. I'll show you how I'm gonna do it. I separated them a bit here, and then I'll put the quartz rocks around it. Let me see so you can see. And then it'll fill in with quartz rocks. And I think I'll put a few more pieces in this blank area, and then the quartz rocks will come in. These will just be floating, not cemented in. So it looks like the quartz rocks are blending into the path. So it'll be a nice edge on this side. And there we have it. Hope you enjoyed the video on how to add a little bit of artistic pizzazz to your stepping stones.